Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Empaths on Their Soul Path, A Guide in Your Awakening by Corri Milner Cpc, narrated by Suzie Althens. Preface. For those empaths yet to find their way and thrive, this book is for you. For those already finding their way, looking for additional tools, validation, and reminders, this is for you. For those seeking inspiration, this is for you. For love partners, family, and friends that want to understand the empaths in their life, this is for you. It was a long road, 25 years to find the internal and external tools I needed to become an empowered empath. There was no information available when I began my journey, nor did I know the word empath. I didn't understand why my emotions drastically changed in a moment, for no apparent reason. I was calm and happy in one moment, then suddenly felt stress and anxiety, followed by drain and overwhelm. I was like a leaf in the wind. Sound familiar? One may think they are going crazy. Or it could be you're an empath. Though we have different empath experiences and gifts, we all have much in common. I found and applied tools I needed to become an empowered empath, though it was only in 2010, after I started coaching school to become a certified professional coach, that I first heard the word empath. It was exciting to learn for the first time who my tribe really is. For many years, I tried to quash the intuitive empath in me, to keep it hidden from others for fear of a backlash and of being judged. It was when I stopped being in judgment of myself that I was able to embrace the value of my empath gifts. My self-acceptance, along with my empath gifts, caused me to be hired as a life coach by leaders in various corporate industries and other industries, as well as those with these backgrounds: chief executive officers, senior directors, lawyers, military intelligence, finance officers, therapists, doctors, life coaches and other business owners, educators, those in healing modalities, facility management, entertainment, the arts, stay-at-home moms, and everyone in between. To my surprise, everyone I coached said they were drawn to my intuitive and empathic focus. Who knew? I offered my clients, empaths and non-empaths, both traditional and intuitive coaching. With empath clients, I offer training on the Empath Toolbox and exploring gifts they are often unaware of, all found in this book. These things profoundly shifted their lives in ways they never imagined possible. I decided to extend my reach to more empaths, in the hope they could experience a smoother passage with these tools in their journey to self, in much less time than it took me to develop them on my own. I began an 8 to 12-week empath group program, customized to its members on empath topics. Those that joined these programs progressed so well that I then began my closed Facebook empath group, Empaths on Their Soul Path. In my Facebook group, I've offered singular empath calls on various topics, with presentation and interaction, online, phone, U.S., international. Those that participated found them to be rewarding and of high energy. Many empaths, when first joining our group, had felt worn out, confused, seeking answers and support. In a short time, people have found a new understanding of who they are, their voice, and how much we all have in common. Most of my Facebook groups are empaths, some light workers who enjoy the inspiration and camaraderie, and some parents and partners of empaths who want to understand them. For several years, many empaths have asked me to write a book. Voila! My new online radio show of the same name, Empaths on Their Soul Path, begins soon on online radio, where we will share all things empath, including empath professions, empath families, empath challenges, empath successes, and possibilities that propel us all forward in this exciting time we are living in. Perhaps you will join me and the many like-minded empaths coming together from around the world, sharing in the awakening. Much love, Corri Milner. Certified Professional Coach, Certified Master Practitioner in Energy Leadership, Healing Meditation Trainer, Energy Reader. Introduction. Are you an empath? Is it a gift, a curse, or both? Questions I frequently receive. How do I stop absorbing negative energy? How do I stop absorbing other people's emotions? How do I know what are my emotions and physical symptoms, or someone else's? How do I stop the overwhelming drain of being an empath? How do I raise my energetic frequency? How do I live in my own energy? What is an empath? An empath is a clairsentient first and foremost. An empath is someone who experiences others' energy in a magnified way, in sense, emotion, and sometimes physical symptoms. These energies and emotions merge and absorb into our own energy and emotions. Until one has tools to navigate energy and to stop absorbing emotions and body symptoms of others, it is hard to decipher what belongs to you. One may feel bombarded with too much external input flooding their energy field. It's like an invasion of one's being, no different than if someone trespassed and invaded your home. Except the home that is being invaded on a regular basis is you. Many empaths have experienced several years of feeling unheard, ignored, and marginalized by family and others, with comments like, "You're too sensitive. You're too funny. You're a know-it-all. You're scary. You're strange. You're crazy. Actually, you're gifted." Too sensitive. Have you heard your whole life that you're too sensitive? You're not too anything. You are a sensitive. It's one of your superpowers, part of your greatness. A number of people are awakening to realize this is who they are. Empathy is a character trait some people seek to develop, but being an empath is not a character trait. It is not something you develop or try on. It is who you are, how you were born to be. If you are absorbing others in sense, emotion, and sometimes physical symptoms, you are an empath. Absorbing others' energy that merges with your own is not done at will. It just happens. This book has tools to help you to the other side of frustration. You will learn tools to live in your own energy and have others' energy and emotions become peripheral, like background noise. If you are experiencing the curse of being an empath instead of your gifts, there is much you can do. Many empaths are drained by such things as exhaustion, isolation, depression, mental health diagnoses, involvement with narcissists, and early childhood challenges one may have been born into. It's my hope this book will help support and light your way, that you may get to know yourself as the amazing person you are, the wonder of your gifts, and come to love your life. Empaths are endowed with a skill set all their own, extrasensory tuning tenfold to most, in varying ways. Extrasensory tuning is part of the empath experience. Most children are born with extrasensory tuning, that is, extra abilities in feeling, knowingness, seeing, and hearing, but when socialized, it is greatly diminished or unavailable to them. People may have some psychic abilities as they come into awareness. Empaths, however, are in their own category in the complexity of their experience, and their extrasensory tuning does not diminish when socialized. You can try to shut down being an empath as some do, but that would metaphorically be like cutting off an arm or a leg. It is how you feel the world and the lens you see through. It is more than a perspective. It is the very essence of how you operate and who you are. To shut it down would be to shut down all parts of you, including your prosperity. Every person empath or not, has their own gifts. Being sensitive, psychic, or with knowingness alone does not translate to being an empath. It does not have the same challenges as an empath. That is, like the challenge of knowing what is yours and what is not yours in emotions. Accumulating others' negative energy regularly can compromise one's health and sense of well-being. Until one learns tools to navigate energy, repeated confusion and drain can cause a person to retreat and spend excess time alone. One may try to deny who one really is, to fit in with loved ones, friends, and in the workplace, as I did several years ago. But that can make you feel out of alignment with who you really are, can stop forward progress in many areas of life, and can feel disconnected. This book is a solid jumpstart in an empath's journey to self. As a result of being marginalized in our culture, some empaths have lost touch with what they need and want. One may become silent, existing in a bubble of sorts. This book offers tools for growth, recognizing and using your gifts, finding your voice, exploring your awakening, and experiencing the joy and wonder of being an empath. While we all vary as empaths, many empaths experience heightened senses. You may have a pronounced sense of taste, able to distinguish ingredients in a restaurant dish where others cannot, though you're not a chef. You may hear things at a distance that others cannot hear. You may smell things like a dog can, but others cannot smell. You may see things and notice things others don't. 7 years ago, I referred to empaths as beacons of light. Empaths identify with this phrase. It's caught on like wildfire, with good reason. No matter how much you want to blend into the background and be less visible, you will still emit a bright light. It's part of who you are. This book includes a good portion of the trainings I have offered privately for individuals and in groups. Some initial basics included in this book are Empath Toolbox for Navigating Energy, Chapter 2. Empaths tell me this is life-altering for them. Learning how your gifts may show up, Chapter 3. Learning how to utilize your gifts can help guide you. They are part of your inner compass. It can connect you to your higher self, the part of you that knows things in advance of your conscious self, understanding more of what you need and want, solutions to problems, and inner peace. This book is an opportunity to meet yourself in perhaps new ways, getting in alignment with who you really are. Chapter 3 explains the many reasons why self-doubt is so prominent with empaths, at no fault of their own. Confidence begins to build after Chapter 3. You will learn how you can achieve a higher vibration, a high energetic frequency, whereby negative energy cannot affect you. Chapter 2. Most empaths are old souls. Though empaths bring so much light into the world and have great compassion, as mentioned, many empaths are born into challenging circumstances. Chapter 4. This chapter is one of my favorite topics, about our soul path, soul healing and repair, life mission, life contract, life lessons, reincarnation, the Akashic records, and manifestation. Are you waking up to spirituality and wanting to connect with the source? Another chapter favorite, partnering with divinity and your spirit guides, Chapter 5, offers steps you can take to make a spiritual connection with something larger than yourself, and learn about affirmations and prayers. When we do the empath call on this topic, it is the highest energy call of all. One person even saw a light orb in her room during the call. Other chapters you might appreciate. Empaths and Love, Chapter 7, outlines how to bring love into your life, new ways to create and begin a sustainable love relationship, how to build on a present love relationship and long-range marriage, and the magnet between empaths and narcissists, and what you can do about it. Empaths and Communication, Chapter 8, gets into such things as brain chatter, various empath communication roadblocks, with possible solutions for each. A topic that touches many is the chapter on forgiveness, Chapter 6, why it's important for thriving and prosperity, and how to go about doing it. Then there are details on intuition, your inner compass, Chapter 9, with exercises to try. And we cannot leave out the topic of boundaries, Chapter 10. Most empaths, understandably, have a challenge with this, especially being that others' energy and emotions merge with an empath's energy and emotions. That chapter explains what to do with boundaries and how. Listening to this book in the order it is laid out may be helpful, as jumping to later chapters may cause you to backtrack for full comprehension. At the end of most chapters, you'll find follow-up items to expand your awareness and to gain forward progress on each topic, with assignments, affirmations, reference materials, books, websites, articles, videos, music. There is a new paradigm occurring that we, as empaths, are a part of. We are pioneers in the awakening, creating a new foundation for humanity, just by being born who we are. Chapter 1. The Awakening. There is a pronounced awakening occurring since 2012. Some began their awakening earlier, some later, some to follow. An increasing number of people are seeking to access more of their mind, body, and spirit, tapping into things that native cultures, like the American Indian and other earlier civilizations, were connected with. In the awakening, you may see truth where you didn't before. All is being revealed. This can be hard to wrap one's head around. You may find yourself using more than your 5 senses, activated more so now than before. Synchronicities increase and may seem coincidental. But when they occur repeatedly and consistently, you will realize it is not a coincidence. You are becoming more in sync with your own life and the world at large. Awakening may expand your sense of knowing and possibilities for connecting to a limitless source and manifestation. When first awakening, it can be awkward and uncomfortable, both physically and psychologically. Your body may be adapting to a higher frequency, a higher vibration. Some may feel physically tired until acclimated. If overtired, I would suggest a medical exam just to rule out anything else. Some may feel the awakening as new territory, and while it can be exciting, for some, it can also be scary. You may become aware of knowing things you didn't ask to know. You may now find you want to connect to your spiritual self, not yet knowing where to begin. The more you awaken, your spirit guides that are around you at all times may try to get your attention. It is helpful, at the beginning of your awakening, to carve some time for yourself in sacred space that no one can push against. Empaths are awakening all over the world, realizing they are not crazy, but gifted, with great potential, and there are others like them. There are those that are not empaths also awakening and seeking to evolve in mind, body, and spirit. You may one day be the person others come to for help with the things that you know, or you may have already begun this. People are drawn to empaths in more positive ways than 10 or 20 years ago. Every few months, I hear of another famous person who comes out to express that they are an empath. We are coming together from all over the world, finding each other like never before, inspiring each other forward. It seems there are more children being born that are empaths. Beacons of light. As an empath, you are a beacon of light in this crazy world. Do you find people stare at you and are drawn to you no matter how you try to blend in? Do people readily want to share their life story with you and unload their burdens, even strangers? Have you ever noticed when you go to an empty part of a mall, museum, or restaurant, in a short time, people pile into the space you're in? It's suddenly crowded, with people wanting to sit next to you? It is the light you radiate in a dark world that others are drawn to. It is one of your gifts. Empaths are pioneers in a new frontier. Just by being born, you are laying a foundation for a new world coming, in its early stages now. Learning about your gifts, how to use them, remembering who you truly are, is part of the empath journey. Scientists have said our human DNA is literally an electrical transmitter-receiver. This is who we all are as humans. As empaths, this is magnified with extrasensory tuning in. Clairsentients, extrasensory feeling, and may include claircognizance, extrasensory knowing, clairvoyance, extrasensory seeing, clairaudience, extrasensory hearing. Many empaths are often not aware of their gifts and how those gifts show up. They're surprised to learn everyone does not possess the same gifts as they do, and that they vary from empath to empath. This book will help you learn more of what your empath gifts may be, how you can utilize them, how they may get you in hot water if you're not discerning, and how the experience of being an empath can feel limitless and magical at times. It's up to you where you want to take it. You've probably heard the expression, we are spiritual beings, having a human experience. Whether you believe in the spiritual or not, in God, in divinity, the source, the power of the universe, perhaps you believe there is something larger than ourselves. We have the opportunity to connect with this. The awakening is occurring on a large scale. Things are quickly changing. You are very much needed at this time. Much of what is covered in this book will help you with steps to achieve a calm and peaceful center, with various tools. It is my hope you will realize the greatness of who you really are and your limitless possibilities. You were not born to be a vessel for everyone else to pour themselves into. As an empath, what you bring to the planet is of great value. Once you learn more about yourself and find your voice, you may also find this time to be one of the most uplifting experiences of your life. Chapter 2. Clairsentients. Empath Toolbox for Navigating Energy. The first and most primary thing for an empath is learning how to navigate energy so that clairsentience is no longer a curse, but instead a door to one's possibilities. When conducting group empath calls, we start each call with the upcoming exercise. People love it and say it helps ground them, releases anxiety, clears their inner screen, so to speak, and enables them to feel more refreshed to embrace the material presented. When you need to clear and ground, say at work, you can do this in just 2 minutes. If you work in a stressful environment, perhaps try it every few hours. Grounding is important to all of us empaths, as we can feel the effects of the world near and far. This exercise is a quick, momentary grounding. I also suggest adopting a meditation practice for more extensive grounding that can often carry you more easily through the next day, detailed later in this chapter. Breathing, grounding exercise. Clearing your inner screen. Sitting in a chair, stretch your hands and arms up to the ceiling, like you're trying to move your shoulders up past your ears. Stretch upwards as much as you can. Then put your arms out in front of you, hands touching next to each other with palms down. While remaining seated, facing forward, swing your hands and arms as far to the right as you can, back to center, then as far to the left as you can. And relax. While seated, pull your head down and roll it slowly to the right, back, left, and front. Breathing. Did you know when you breathe into your chest, that can create anxiety all by itself? So now, breathe in slowly through your nose. Bring the air down to your lower abdomen, stomach area. Let your stomach get large and hold it as long as you can. Then slowly breathe out through your mouth, imagining stress and toxins leaving through your mouth. Repeat the breathing process 1 to 2 times more. If your nose is blocked, or you can't hold your breath for long, no worries. Breathe however it's comfortable for you. If you get dizzy or uncomfortable, then discontinue this exercise and try it another time. I suggest starting an empath journal at home, and also carrying a 3 by 5 inch notepad with you in transit. This way, you can write down valuable things we'll cover in this book, which may come to you in fleeting moments. Writing things down will help you develop more awareness. Keeping a journal will help you chart your progress and expand your empath gifts. It helps to connect with like-minded people wherever you may find them, such as in Facebook groups or meetups. As mentioned, my Facebook group, Empaths on Their Soul Path, is a closed group where only joined members can see comments and post in the group. Others can see only if a person joined our group. It can be very inspiring to learn you are not alone in what you experience and that others understand you. And you're certainly not crazy. We live in a world of ever-growing static noise, world wars, plenty of bad news on TV, with fear and anxiety all around us. As an empath, you may experience one or all of the 4 clairs having to do with extrasensory feeling, knowing, seeing, and or hearing. Going forward in developing your gifts and learning how to trust yourself without self-doubt, perhaps you will give yourself the gift of being a bit selfish in the positive. Perhaps 6 months to a year of self-discovery, self-growth, self-nourishment, self-love, self-abundance, whatever it is you would like to embrace that is sacred to you. A space you create that no one else can push on. As you open to your own needs, wants, and vision, the world will literally open to you. Clairsentients. Clairsentience, of all the 4 clairs, is the most challenging for empaths. All people can feel other people's energy to a certain extent, but are not always consciously aware of it. With empaths, we feel it in a profound and deep way in mind, body, and spirit. Absorbing other people's energy and emotions can accumulate. Learning to recognize when we are absorbing such energy and emotions, dealing with it right away in the moment, and clearing it from us daily as part of our lifestyle can make all the difference in living a peaceful life. Once you try a few things in this chapter and see that they make your life easier, less stressful, you may feel more positive. It becomes motivating to add another thing and another. Pace yourself. There is much to learn. This chapter covers a lot of information. There are some amazing tools here I pass on to you that have worked for me and a great many empaths I've trained. Different tools work for different people, so experiment to find what works best for you. Our gifts. For most empaths, in the beginning of the empath journey to self, it can seem an impossible feat to distinguish one's feelings and emotions from others' feelings and emotions. In time, you can learn to separate your feelings from others, to read your feelings more clearly, understand them, embrace them, and to read others more clearly. By doing this, you can more readily decide who you want to invite into your sacred space or not. This took me several years, as I had no guidance in the empath way. While it doesn't happen all at once, those that have used the material provided in this book have been able to release what some call the curse of being an empath, the absorbed negative energy and the accumulated absorbed emotions of others. Using the tools in this chapter, you will learn to live in your own energy, and in the next chapter, can explore the wonderful gifts of being an empath. Everyone learns at a different pace, so be patient with yourself as you grow. You will get there. Empaths are very loving people, with great compassion. Discernment is very important for us to learn. Empath as rescuer. Being a beacon of light that draws others to you, one tends to take on the role of rescuer. as others frequently unburden themselves and unload their negative energy onto you, unconsciously.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?